Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Pims here. Well, as you guys could tell by the title of the video, I did end up getting a new rotary mower. Now, what I want to say right off the bat is I did have a old rotary mower that I was still planning to keep. However, my brother's mower that he had ended up taking a shit on him, and he was left without a mower. So I basically gave him my old one, which was my old Troy built, just your regular walk behind push mower. Ended up giving him that. That way he at least has something to use. And I told him he could just go ahead and keep it. That I didn't really need it anymore. However, I was going to use that mower for mainly one specific reason, and that was I was going to use it as basically a cleanup mower, as I like to call it. So when I want to go ahead and dethatch the backyard and then the front yard in the future, when I go ahead and dethatch, I wanted to use that mower as a cleanup mower to pick up all the debris coming out of the lawn and all that stuff. So I wanted to use it for that reason. I also wanted to use it mainly in the front yard to clean up all the leaves and all the debris that would fall from the trees. I wanted to use it for that reason as well. Certainly don't want to go ahead and use my new McLean to do that, because if you guys aren't familiar with real mowers, the way obviously real mowers, how they cut, if you're mowing over sticks and you're picking up leaves and you're picking up other debris, over time it's going to dull the blades and it's going to dull the bed knife a lot faster than what it would if you were just cutting grass only. So that's the main reason why I wanted to keep my rotary mower as a backup mower, for that specific reason. And then also, if my McLean ever needs to have work done in the future, that I at least have something to mow with. So that's kind of where I'm at, and that's kind of why I wouldn't say I had to purchase this, but I wanted to purchase this just for that reason alone.
Alrighty, you guys. Well, here's the new edition. This is the 22-inch Toro Super Recycler.
Okay, jumping in here real quick. This is the 22-inch Toro Recycler Max. Again, the Recycler Max, not the Super Recycler like I just said. Um, Obviously, when it first showed up, I knew the color of it was black, so my mind initially went straight to saying Super Recycler because I know the Super Recycler only comes in black, so that's why I said that. But this is the Recycler Max, just to clarify.
I'm honestly surprised I was even able to get this. If you guys aren't familiar, California passed a ban basically banning all small engine outdoor equipment. So that goes your blowers, your weed whackers, your mowers, and other small engine stuff. They basically banned the sale of them, and that passed this year for 2024. Now, from what I've heard, and I had talked to some of the people or even a manager at Lowe's, and from what I was told is that they were still carrying gas equipment until their stock ran out. So I saw this online on Lowe's.com, and they still had it up for sale. I don't know how many they have left. I don't even know how many are left in California in general, but I saw that this was available, and they actually had it on sale for $50 off. So I said, what the heck? I went ahead and jumped on it, and obviously it's here right now. So without further ado, I'm done talking. Let's go ahead and unbox this thing.
Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox this thing. So this is what it looks like inside the box. Here is instructions and I think like registration stuff. If you want to register it, then it does come with some SAE 30 motor oil, which is pretty cool. They supply that for you. You don't have to go buy extra. Unless if you already had some, then that's different. But that's pretty cool that they already give it to you. Here is the nice, very nice Toro Recycler bag. Gonna go ahead and have to finish putting that together. And then obviously this is how the mower sits in the box as of right now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and slit the sides here. So cut there and cut there, and I'm gonna fold this down and just go ahead and roll the mower out for you guys. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, you guys, well, as you can see, this is what the mower looks like outside of the box. What I need to go ahead and do right now, which I'll show you guys, is I need to go ahead and stand the handles up and put them in the correct positions up here on the mower. And then I need to untangle this, the pull cord they wrapped around the handles here. I'm assuming for shipping reasons, I think just to keep it from flopping around everywhere. So I think that's why they did that, and obviously get all the plastic off as well. So now that we've got it out of the box, let's go ahead and finish assembling it. So what I need to do first is take off these like star bits that screw on to hold the handles in place over here on this side, and do the same thing as well. Same piece, just screws off. Now that we got those off, we can go ahead and lift this handle assembly up. Go ahead and put these in place here. Got the handle assembly in place now. I'm gonna go ahead and take the star piece here, star bit attachment, and screw it on. Same thing on the other side. The arrow piece right here. So that's where the handles lock in place to. So go ahead and do that right now. Line it up. Go ahead and turn the tab on it. Same thing on the other side. And that's it. It's locked in place now. Okay, you guys. Well, it's the next day. To be honest, when I was filming yesterday and kind of going over everything and explaining it, I kind of got... I wouldn't say I got carried away, but there were some parts where it seemed kind of confusing and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me even. So I wanted to go ahead and come back today and kind of redo certain parts for you guys so it makes more sense and it's a lot more clear. So right now, as you can see, the mower is sitting in its stowaway position. So this is if you want to, you know, store it vertically, you can, and you can put it in this position with the handles down. So yeah, but the main part I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about is the handle adjustment here. So as you can see, we have this bolt that runs through this part of the frame here on the back end. Have that bolt that sticks through like that. Then you have what you have is you have a bushing. You have this bushing that goes and slides over the bolt there, and then you have a nut that goes on the bolt as well with the bushing, and then you go ahead and you tighten that down. Now the setting it's in right now, which is the lower hole, basically when you go ahead and you put the handles up, that is going to be your quote-unquote your highest setting. So the handle is going to want to stand up a little more straight, and then if you want to lower it, what you do is you put it into the second notch, which is the higher one. So if you want it to sit lower, you want to go ahead and put the bolt through here, and same thing, you put the bushing on and then go ahead and put the nut on and tighten everything down. What I will say too is if you guys do want to adjust it, make sure when you guys are obviously tightening the nut back on here, is make sure that you got good firm pressure on the back side and you're pushing the bolts up against the frame piece, because if you don't, what will happen is it will start spinning on that back end, and it'll start kind of you know, ripping the back portion. So just a little tip on that. So what I'll go ahead and do right now is I'll show you guys what it looks like with the handle in its quote-unquote highest setting, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like in the lower position as well. So what I'll go ahead and do is tighten up these, obviously the bolts here, and then I'll stand the handle back up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in the highest position. Okay, real quick too, what I want to go ahead and say is the mower, when I took it out of the box, was already set for the handle, was already set in its highest position. So all I did was just take it apart to show you guys kind of the difference between the two settings. So I'm gonna go ahead and retighten everything back up and then stand the handle back up like I said. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Like I said, when you're doing this, make sure you got firm pressure on the back part of the bolt, so that way it doesn't want to, you know, spin in the in that hole there. So we got that side done. We'll go move over to the other side here. So we're on the other side now, as you can see. Go ahead and put the bolt through, put the bushing on, and then just tighten down the nut again on the other side here. Okay, now both sides are tight, so let me go ahead and show you guys right now what it looks like with the handle in its highest setting.
I figured I'd just pull it out on the grass. There's a little more room for me to obviously show you guys what it looks like, full picture like this. So right now, currently, as I stated earlier, this is with the handle in its highest setting. So as you can see, this is how it sits. Pretty high up, to be honest. So what I'll do actually real quick too is show you guys what it looks like with me standing next to it as if I was mowing with it, and you guys can get a good visual of the height difference when I go ahead and put it down in its lowest setting.
So as you guys can see right here, this is what the highest setting looks like for me. Now I am 5'11", so you guys might be able to get a good idea of what it would look like for you if you're shorter or even maybe a little bit taller than me. What I will say is it is pretty well above my waistline. It's almost like at my belly button right now. So just to give you guys an idea of how it would sit for you, to be honest, I could mow in this position, but it feels like I'm kind of pushing down on the mower. Obviously with the personal pace system, it feels like you'd be pushing down on it. So what I'm gonna do now is put it in its lowest setting, and I'll show you guys the difference and let you see for yourselves what it looks like in the lowest setting. So what I'm gonna do right now again is I'm gonna go ahead and put the handle in its stowaway position. So just gonna turn these tabs inward towards the motor on both sides. Go ahead and do that, and your handles just plop right on down. And then also down here they have holes right here where you can go ahead and then you turn these back up, and that's how the handle sits in the down position. So now what I'll go ahead and do is, obviously like I was mentioning earlier, with the bolt and these bushing pieces, I'm gonna go ahead, loosen these up, and then we'll go ahead and put it in its lowest setting for you guys. Again, same thing like I said earlier, make sure when you're doing this to apply firm pressure on the back side so it doesn't spin and, you know, mess up the bolt and possibly just the hole that it's supposed to sit in. So as you can see there, now we had it, like I said earlier, we had it in this lowest hole here. So I'm going to go ahead and move it up to the secondary hole, which is the higher one. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Same thing, slip the bushing back on, and then take your nut, slide it back on, tighten everything down. Again, make sure you're putting firm pressure on the back end of the bolt. That way it's not spinning on you. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, you guys, so as you guys saw, we went ahead and we adjusted the bolts and put it in that secondary hole, which is the highest hole there on the frame. So now we are in its lowest setting. What I'll go ahead and do is stand next to it and give you guys an idea of what it looks like. Okay, so here's what it looks like at its lowest setting. As you guys can see right off the bat, for me, I could tell that it's sitting a lot closer to my waistline, which feels a lot more comfortable for me, and it doesn't feel like I'm pushing down on the mower. It just feels like a regular push mower to me now. It just feels like, you know, I can go here and it just feels like a regular push motion, whereas before I felt like I was like almost pushing down on top of the mower. It doesn't feel like that now. Now that it's sitting right at my waistline here, it feels just like your traditional push mower would. So thumbs up on that. I think it's gonna stay in this setting. I think I'm gonna keep it here. Hopefully you guys get a good idea of what it looks like in its lowest setting. To be honest, I think it's gonna stay there. It feels a lot more natural and a lot more comfortable for me. It feels like just like your regular push mower would. When it's in its highest setting, it feels just a little bit awkward for me. Like I said, I'm 5'11", so it felt fine in that position, but however, just the way the personal pace works, it feels like you're almost pushing down on top of the mower, and that's not very, it doesn't feel comfortable. And I'm not even mowing with it. That's just me, you know, going through the motions as if I was mowing. It doesn't feel that comfortable. So what I will say is I'm probably gonna keep it in its lowest setting as of right now. So yeah, what I'll go ahead and do now is I will put the bag on and I'll show you guys what it looks like in its entirety, all put together. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Here is the final look of the Toro Recycler Max 22-inch model. I wanted to show you guys a unboxing and assembly of putting it together and everything, and show you guys the new addition to the lawn care equipment. So far I'm happy with it. Obviously I haven't mowed with it. I still need to put the fluid, the oil, and fill it up with gas and start and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys an unboxing and all that, and when I do get around to using it for the first time, I will go ahead and show you guys that and let you know my first impressions of it. Pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys an unboxing of the new mower and an assembly of it. Just wanted to put it all together for you guys and show you guys obviously the new piece of equipment. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy watching this video, please go ahead, smash that thumbs up button for me. It really helps me out. Lets me know what you guys are enjoying on the channel. After doing that, you can go ahead, smash that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notifications. That way you can get notified for when I upload new videos. After doing that, check out my social medias in the description below. Personal Instagram and photography Instagram. Go ahead, check those out. With all that being said, it's your boy C Pims. Peace out. I'll catch you guys in the next video.